Hello, hi, welcome, namaste. I'm Preeti
Namaste.
Sachdeva from Parenting with Preeti. And as you all know that I have started my own joyful journey, Your Path to Happiness talk show. So today I have an esteemed guest with me, Mr. Girish Panicker ji. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and accepting this invite. So before we start, I would like to introduce sir that sir is a speaker, corporate trainer, life coach, and a parenting coach. He has authored a book called Simple Parenting. He has developed an online course called Parent as a Coach and Counselor, which helps the parents to be one of the first line coach and counselor to their children. Wow, sir, very fantastic profile you have, and glad to know that you are an author also.
Thank you.
So before we start the talk show, I would like to introduce the topic. The topic which sir has given is failure is a good teacher. Now, most of the time we see the failure as a negative emotion, as a negative thing. But sir has come up with the topic is failure as a good teacher. So before that, I would like to ask sir, so what is the your personal definition of a failure and how it has helped you shape the life and career for this?
Okay. I don't have a definition for failure, but if you see my childhood or anybody's childhood for that matter, a lot of ups and downs happen for everybody, right? But it is only when we take failure personally and when we think that I am a failure, all the problem starts, right? Because when we think I am a failure, I'm associating failure with self-esteem, I lose my self-worth. And if 3 or 4 times I do something and I am not able to do it the way it is, and if few people say I am a failure, and if I take it personally, then I will stop doing everything. And that's the biggest problem with failure. Only when you start taking it personally and when you feel that you are a failure, right? But after I understood this, when I started taking it as challenges, try different methods of improving the way I did, and not taking the failure personally at all, then things started changing, right? And that's how things work out for everybody. And for everybody who has done anything in life, you will find that they have faced enough number of failures, but they have not taken failure by heart. They say no, it's not about how many times you fall, but every time you fall, are you willing to get up and start working again? So the term failure has changed. We should remove failure and we should change the name to something else, which I'll tell you after some.
Right, right. Absolutely, sir. Such a great definition or your experience you have said that failure is taken as a failure if you are taking it as a personal on personal grounds. But अगर आप उस चीज को positive sense में लोगे and you have just
Yes.
taken this pledge that yes, I have to stand up again and I have to go for this, then it's not a failure. Then it becomes your teacher, right? So would you like to discuss any of your
Absolutely.
personal
Absolutely.
example? Any of your personal experience on this means where you have first felt that you yes I have failed and then you have come up with this.
Oh, yeah, in school, if you see, I was a very, very skinny, thin boy. I was good in academics, but I was never good in sports at all. But whenever I used to see somebody, coming and standing up on the stage and getting the medals, I thought I definitely needed it. And being, I told you, very, very skinny person, I started practicing on athletics for 800 meters and high jump. Though I had no idea where I land, but my only thing was I wanted to stand on the stage and get a medal from somebody. And though I practiced a lot, though I failed many times, there were many people, many good coaches who helped me out in high jump. They taught me all the techniques and all. And we were in Hubli, Karnataka. And whenever I had time, whenever we had a free class, I used to go and practice. And many people used to say, this fellow is good in studies. Why is he unnecessarily going and practicing all that? But my only thing was I need to get a medal from the stage.
Right, right.
And you'll be surprised to know that in 10th standard, I got the third in high jump for the
Wow.
Karnataka state at that time. And 800 meters for Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation, I got the first place. So I took it as a challenge. And though I failed many times, and though many people told that, see, you're not a person for sports, you're a person who's academically good. Why you want to go there? And I proved them all wrong. I never took it personally. But as you say, as we grow up a little more, no, when we go into college, when we go into some other places, and if we are not getting something that we really like, that is when we start taking things personally. And once this happened to me as well. I wanted some subject, I did not get some subject. Then I felt, am I good? Am I good enough? And then I started putting myself a little down. I didn't put the efforts because I took it personally. I did not get the subject that I wanted. I got some other subject which was there, and my life changed completely. And it was only after I got job after many many years that I realized that even though you did not get the subject that you wanted, you should start doing something on your own to do the things that you actually have a dream for. And that's how I became a trainer, I became a coach, and all those things. So personally, I have had the biggest beating in life, but when I've not taken it personally, I've really outshone everybody in that field. And this can happen for everybody. This can happen for everybody.
Superb experience you have shared about your school. Firstly, congratulations to you what medals and the achievements you got in your athletic performer. It's really very nice to know that after hard struggle of time, and even the teachers and the coaches were saying you that you are made for the academics, not for this. Still, you tried in this because that getting the award on the stage was a motivation for you. That's why you didn't take that
Absolutely.
failure as a personal grounds. कहीं ना कहीं
Very
आपको
true.
मोटिवेशन वो चीज का मिलता है तो देन द फेलियर बिकम्स योर पावर नॉट एज अ रिग्रेट और एनी काइंड ऑफ अ मिस्टेक यू हैव सीन कि हाँ मैंने तो गलती कर दी अब कैसे होगा क्या होगा तो इट्स
हाँ,
रियली वेरी नाइस एंड वेरी इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरी विच यू हैव शेयर्ड अबाउट योर लाइफ and then you have come up with the motivational speaker also and as a coach as a trainer even if you haven't got your own favorite subject it's
absolutely.
hats off to you.
Thank you.
So the next question in this only is why do you believe that the failure is often taken negatively, even though it can be a source of growth? Means most of the time people have been taking it as a negative emotion, as a negative thing. तो आपका
Right.
इसके अंदर क्या कहना है कि why do they do so?
See, because society has made certain things के ऐसा है तो सक्सेसफुल है, ऐसा नहीं है तो फेलियर है. सोसाइटी नॉर्म्स बना दिया है. एकेडमिकली गुड स्टूडेंट है तो अच्छा है, स्पोर्ट्स में अच्छा है तो अच्छा है, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में अच्छा है तो गुड है, डिसिप्लिन स्टूडेंट है तो अच्छा है, ये सब नहीं है तो फेलियर है. तो सोसाइटी हैज मेड दैट. नाउ सी सो सिंपल. नो, हमारे स्कूल के बच्चों को दे हैव सो मेनी सब्जेक्ट्स, 7 8 subjects. One or two subjects may not be of the liking of this child. And if only that one particular subject he is not scoring well, even the parents know, they'll start digging on that one particular subject. He might have done good in many things, and they'll point out that. And when you point out that which he is not doing, he think, yeah, nobody is even bothered, and I am doing something wrong. Then people are, वो टेंशन उसको जाता है वही. So people have made certain norms and said, ये right है, ये wrong है. Why can't we just accept people as they are and just find out the good? We'll start doing everything. So that's the biggest challenge. People and parents are the most worried people because they think मेरा बच्चा ने स्कोर किया तो जाएगा, कॉलेज में नहीं जाएगा तो अच्छा नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा, अच्छा नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा तो जिंदगी कैसे बनाएगा. तो already we have put in a frame, and this fellow is confused. So negativity has come because we have made norms and we started pairing between other people. And that's the only reason why negativity came. So actually, if you see, every student is good in something or the other, something or the other. Or usme, if you allow him to go, everybody will be successful because everybody is born to become good in something or the other. Correct, no? But we said कि ये right है, ये wrong है. ये नहीं किया तो वो गलत है, ये problem है. And we started pointing out the finger to that boy or that girl, and we are destroying their lives.
Very well, you have explained about this that the people have only started differentiating this. What is right and what is wrong for their child. Means पहले की बच्चे अगर इतने में अपने आप के लिए डिसीजन ले पाए उससे पहले ही पेरेंट्स बता देते हैं कि अच्छा आप मैथ्स में तो अच्छे हो लेकिन इंग्लिश में अच्छे नहीं हो, आप स्पोर्ट्स में तो अच्छे हो लेकिन इसमें अच्छे नहीं हो. एंड द टैगिंग विच दे हैव आई वुड कॉल इट एज अ टैग ओनली. मीन्स अगर आउट ऑफ 8 7 चीजें अच्छी हो रही हैं तो वो नहीं दिखेगा लेकिन एक चीज जो गलत कर दी है उसको टैग बना के इस तरीके से इट्स मतलब एक हवा बना के दे देंगे, एक हॉरर बना के दे देंगे कि बच्चा विल स्टार्ट फीलिंग अच्छा हाँ आई एम नॉट गुड इन दिस, एंड देयर कम्स द नेगेटिव इमोशन इन देम एंड दे टेक द इट एज अ फेलियर कि अच्छा, एंड दे विल ऑल्सो स्टार्ट कंपेयरिंग, उनका वही सेल्फ एस्टीम भी डाउन हो जाएगा कि 7 चीजें तो अच्छी करी हैं, वो तो मम्मी को अच्छी नहीं लगी या पापा को अच्छी नहीं लगी, बट एक चीज जो गलत कर दी, आई एम नॉट गुड सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डू ऑल्सो। वो मोटिवेशन ही उनका एकदम जीरो लेवल पे लेके आता है। वेरी नाइसली यू हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड दिस थिंग सर, वेरी नाइसली एक्सप्लेन।
एक प्रॉब्लम है कि when the parents say कि be good in this, the child does not want to lose the love and affection of parents.
यस, सो ट्रू सो
He to be good, he only wants the love and affection of parents. तो अंदर घुटन है बट कर रहा है, वो भी गलत है, that's also wrong.
ट्रू।
Only because he wants to be अथॉरिटी फिगर है, टीचर्स अथॉरिटी फिगर है, बाद में काम करने लगा तो बॉसेस अथॉरिटी फिगर है, सबको प्लीज करने लगा है, like that, and that becomes a problem.
So true, so true. Means it's an initial stage only when the parents should take care of this कि आपको कहाँ बच्चे को मोटिवेट करने के लिए एटलीस्ट उनको अप्रिशिएट तो करो, start
Yes,
appreciating them so that they can take your feedback as a source of correction, not as a tag, and they will start having that negative emotion in that. So
absolutely. Use the word feedback. I'm saying we should remove failure and say there is only feedback.
yes,
फेलियर नहीं है, कुछ कर रहे हैं, फीडबैक आ रहा है, चेंज करो मेथड, खत्म. फेलियर हैज from the dictionary and said it should be made as feedback. As simple as that.
so true, so true. You have answered the another question also that how they can this can help
Yeah.
in our growth. Means once the failure has been replaced
Yes.
by feedback, so it becomes the growth automatically for any
Yes.
one of us. Anyone. I won't say about only the children, but it's
Everyone.
for anyone.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now in this only, what mindset shift
I
are
want to
necessary?
maybe
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
what is it? What I didn't.
What mindset shift are necessary to view the failure as a learning opportunity rather than a setback?
Right. I I want, and I'm trying a lot of things. Right. I'm putting a lot of effort, but the result is not coming.
Hmm.
Right. It only change the method or increase the efforts, as simple as that. But the moment I see the result and say I expected this, I did not get the result, then I am a failure, I stop making effort. Right. So very important here for every parent or every teacher to do is, after a long period of, right, examination comes once in a year or once in 6 months or once in a quarter. A sports activity happens once in a year, an extracurricular activity happens once in a year, and the student once efforts at every point in time. Right. Now, are we looking at his efforts and encouraging his efforts, or asking and telling him what he has done right, what he can do at that time is what is called as feedback. So failure is not coming here at all. Right. Failure or success comes only with the end result. So let us forget about results. Even in Bhagavad Gita, they said results are not in our hands. Correct. But we are comparing everybody only with results. So we are making the fundamental mistake of looking at the result and branding somebody successful or failure. So we need to only look at the efforts, make changes in the efforts, and encourage them for all the extra efforts that they're doing or all the things that they do different. As simple as that. That change in mindset has to come. Forget about results.
Super,
Yeah.
super. Means that in any stage or age of the life, the another person's effort should be visualized rather than the results. Means if you are seeing their efforts,
Yes.
चाहे बच्चा भी हो, अगर उसने छोटा सा इतना काम किया उसको अप्रिशिएट करोगे तो he is going to increase this. But if you are going to compare, then this will also come back to the zero level. So it's very nicely you have said that efforts are to be appreciated so that the people can take their feedback as a good positive sense, in a good positive sense, rather than taking it as a failure.
Yes, yes, yes. Because we always know results are, and it has a lot of factors involved. Exam लिखने जा रहे तबीयत ठीक नहीं होगा. Correct? Sometimes we don't know. Mental state is not good. At that time, what I wrote, I am being evaluated. That is not right. Correct ना? 1 घंटे में जो मैं लिख रहा हूं उसके हिसाब से they are evaluating me. That is not the right way at all.
Right.
And that is where many children feel that if I don't do good in 10th, if I don't do good in +2, if I don't get good degree, then I am a failure. That is the problem, because we're looking at only the output, what came at that point in time. So
Very
that's the change which needs to come.
वेरी इंसाइटफुल थिंग यू हैव शेयर्ड दैट 1 घंटे के पेपर में आप किसी भी बच्चे को जज नहीं कर सकते कि किस तरीके से वो नंबर लेके आ रहा है, तो ही इज गुड और ही इज बैड इन दैट. मीन्स उसका क्या मेंटल स्टेटस है, क्या उसका हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम कुछ हो सकता है, एनीथिंग कैन में. और अभी तो देखो जो 10th और 12th के बोर्ड्स भी, इफ आई टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ इट, उसमें एग्जामिनेशन फियर ही बच्चों को इतना आ जाएगा कि आता जाता भी उनको लिखना होगा तो दे वोंट बी एबल टू राइट. Most of the children, and
Yeah.
we the teachers are judging you only on the basis of the papers. मतलब पूरे साल में उन्होंने क्या परफॉर्मेंस दिखाई है वो तो बाद में है, पहले पेपर में क्या लिखा है उसका नंबर,
Well,
and on the basis of that they are giving the subjects and all. I won't means I'm not we are not blaming here anyone, but yes, these things are to be taken care of कि कैसे बच्चे को आप उस चीज के लिए प्रिपेयर करोगे कि वो अपना फेलियर. अब जैसे हम प्री बोर्ड्स की बात करें, प्री बोर्ड्स में बच्चों के नंबर नहीं आते तो उनको बोर्ड का वो नहीं मिलेगा, एडमिट कार्ड नहीं मिलता. रीटेस्ट पे रीटेस्ट देते हैं ताकि उनका प्रैक्टिस हो, दैट इज अ गुड थिंग. बट वही पेपर वर्क में जब आता है तो दे गेट कंफ्यूज एंड नंबर्स आर गिवन ऑन दैट ओनली.
also very important to make every children, life is much bigger than every exam.
Exactly.
Life is much bigger than every exam. See, student suicides are increasing on a regular basis. Why? Because of unnecessary tension or pressure. Because they feel, अच्छा मार्क नहीं आएगा तो मेरा जिंदगी खत्म हो गया. It's not. It's not. Life is much more bigger. At any point of time, you can transform your life. You can do anything whenever you want. But to tell children this, no, and that's where no, we are making that effort to make parents understand what children are undergoing, and to say that this is not a failure at all. This is not a failure at all.
Yeah. The thing you have shared about the suicidal things, that the children are doing this suicide because of the tension and anxiety which they get कि हाँ मेरे नंबर नहीं आएंगे तो मेरे को अच्छी जॉब नहीं मिलेगी, तो मैं सोसाइटी पे क्या मुंह दिखाऊंगा, या मेरे पेरेंट्स की क्या
हाँ.
रेपो रह जाएगी. तो दैट इज अ tag, or the tag only keeps on growing and this thing happens. It's better to take it in a positive sense and make the child comfortable कि हाँ भैया आप जो मर्जी करो, अच्छा करो, but you be safe. You are my child.
Correct.
Otherwise, because I have seen, means as of my personal example, whatever friends I have, now I have seen that 40 years तक वो मतलब अपना 15 to 20 years they will give it in the corporate, and then they have switched their whole thing into their business. Means they have left the corporate journey और उनको business करना था. Why? Because their passion was in that only. But क्यों corporate किया? क्योंकि parents ने बोला था.
Yeah.
तो इसलिए this thing has to be taken care of by the everyone.
Right.
Means it's our request to the parents and the society that जहाँ पे भी इस टाइप से बच्चों को या किसी को भी देखते हैं मेंटल इस उसमें एंजाइटी में, तो just support them rather than giving them any tag or anything. So this is a great insightful
Yes.
thing you
Yes.
have
Yes.
given. Now, coming forward
Yes.
to this, what are some of the common misconceptions the people have about the failure, and how can we change them as those narratives? There are certain
Yeah. Again, coming.
misconceptions.
Yeah, I think voice is breaking a little. Huh? No, the
I said,
same thing. No, as I told you, we have. Huh. I stuck or I. Huh.
little bit stuck. No worries, sorry.
Net was getting. Huh.
Right. So I was asking about
Was
the
getting
misconceptions.
interrupted a bit. See, anybody who has no students or somebody, be in this manner. ये किया तो ये successful है, ये किया तो ये fail. क्यों? Somebody might just want to, simply sit and write something. he may not be academically good, he may not be good in sports, he may not be good in extracurricular activity, but he may be just wanting to write and pen down his thoughts. We will not encourage that person at all, because we will say, आप लिखने से पैसा बना सकते हैं क्या? Will you make a living out of writing? All this passion अच्छा है, but that fellow wants to do it. Only dancing. And we'll say, no, dancing cannot be your career. Interested in singing. We'll say that because that is not the society norms. So success or failure is determined by how much money somebody makes today. Evaluates on how much money you are, what are you having. आपको कितना बड़ा बंगला है, कितना बड़ा कार है, that is success. And all successful people are not happy. So we should understand that this is not how we evaluate, correct? What I do, what I have is not what success has to be evaluated. What I am, मैं कौन हूं, करेक्ट ना? इसलिए हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग ह्यूमन बीइंग्स है, ह्यूमन डूअर नहीं है. आप क्या करते, आप you are internally a human being, no, a human being who wants to express yourself in different ways, and some make money out of it, some don't make money out of it. If he is happy, let him be happy. Why do you say that he is a failure? As simple as that. So we are evaluating based on certain concepts which may not be right, which may not be right.
It's so true. You have said very beautiful line that we are human beings, not the human doers. Means the kind of societal factors
Yes.
are there कि लोग ये करना है तो ये करना है तो वो चाहिए, मीन्स पैसा चाहिए चाहे कैसा भी आ जाए. बट व्हाट द पैशन इज अबाउट एनी चाइल्ड और व्हाट ही वांट्स टू डू और शी वांट्स टू डू, उसको कर दो साइड पे. वो सब सोसाइटी ने कर दिया साइड पे. बट दे वांट ओनली द मनी, और जिसके पास ज्यादा मनी है वो ज्यादा पावरफुल है या सक्सेसफुल है. आई वुड से सक्सेसफुल है. मतलब उनके सक्सेसफुल की डेफिनेशन ही दे हैव मेड इन द दैट लैंग्वेज कि जिसके पास जैसा लग्जरियस लाइफ है तो दे आर सक्सेसफुल. इफ दे डोंट हैव देन दे आर नॉट सक्सेसफुल. बट द ग्रेट.
Immaterial of whether they are happy and whether they are able to live properly. No,
यस यस.
immaterial है.
देयर आर
A
मोस्ट
rich
ऑफ द
person,
पीपल
if
आर
he is
देयर.
not, he is okay, but he's rich, it's okay.
राइट राइट राइट.
Yeah. And they want the children also that see that the father and mother has made a lot of money, but the father and mother are not happy. They can see that. And they are saying that unless you make money, you will not be happy. So you're sending a very wrong signal to the child, because child is seeing everything.
Right.
You cannot teach happiness to the child. The child only sees and experiences happiness. So if he sees home happiness, he will know what happiness is. And he will also understand what real success is and what success is not. But because of our societal power, we will enforce that the child does this, though we we won't agree to what we are doing.
Okay, so that if the parents both are working and they are earning a lot but they are not happy, means उनके पास शायद एक घंटा भी टाइम नहीं होगा अपने बच्चे के लिए. अगर they want to sit or they want to have just a small talk with them, they are not getting that. And the child is observing this and they are getting, he is also understanding कि happiness ये नहीं होती, ये होती है, which he or she is not getting the time from the parents. So very nicely you have shared. And in continuation to this
Yes,
only, I
yes.
would like to ask you that how can the parents, educators teach the children to see the failure as a positive part of their journey rather than taking it as a fear?
See, now we all must agree, they have to be good academically and whatever they do. Now, parents can learn how to ask the right kind of questions. Instead of saying that, no, you didn't do this right, you did not do this, why don't you put more efforts? ये work नहीं होगा. The parents can ask them, okay, आपने ये काम किया, तो एक scale में in 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? Self rating कराना.
Yes.
Correct? Self rating, how would you rate yourself? And वो हाँ 10 out of 10 नहीं बोल सकता अगर नहीं किया तो. Correct? He has to, if he has not, he will, and the children will rate themselves correctly. And then you can ask, okay, now are you happy with this rating or you want to move to the next level? यही पूछो. और next level जाना है तो क्या करना है आपको, वो खुद करेगा.
Wow.
आप जितना बोलो आप ज्यादा पढ़ना है, वो करना है, ये करना है, ये वर्कआउट नहीं होगा. उनसे You should make them understand that it is important. Once they understand, they will put the effort. Then the job of parents is very easy actually, but we are making it complicated.
So very nicely, the assessment procedure you have shared is very informative and insightful also. That rather than going for the questions directly, okay, what is your progress, or where do you see that, where are you lacking, or what are areas you need to improve, or etc., etc., etc. It's better to give them a rating scale and tell them that these are the questions you rate yourself on which grounds you can rate out of 10, and that will actually give them the area to brainstorm also, that yes, मुझे इसमें ये और करना है, और ये मुझे आता है, ये मैं किसी और को भी अगर सिखाऊं तो मेरी भी स्किल इसमें डेवलप हो जाएगी, मीन्स आई विल बी मोर कॉन्फिडेंट इन दैट. Very nice you have
That's it.
shared, and I
Our
think
job is, yeah, only
space.
make them understand where they stand and what they should do. The more you tell them you should, they will not do. They will not do. और सब पेरेंट्स यही गलती करते हैं. मैं इतना टाइम बोल, मैं कितना बोल रहा हूँ, वो सुन रहा नहीं है. आई एम स्पेंडिंग सो मच टाइम विथ हिम, आई एम पुटिंग सो मच ऑफ सैक्रिफाइस, ही कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. ब्लेमिंग द चाइल्ड अगेन, इट वोंट वर्क. इट वोंट वर्क.
Right. Means in my means I am a teacher, and the kind of interaction I used to have with the parents also, the same thing, the same thing resonate with the parents also. With those parents that मैम ये तो सुनता ही नहीं है हमारी, हम तो बोल बोल के थक जाते हैं. अरे भैया बोलते ही क्यों, समझाओ.
So no, he will not listen. He will not listen.
Right. And this has given
So
that nobody takes the instructions. Nobody will take the instruction. If somebody who is coming to you and in an empathy manner, if they are explaining you anything, yes, if suppose if we are taking about our example also, that Girish sir has said me, Preeti, you have this thing, and you need to improve in this, or what all things you think that you need to do in this, that becomes a comfort level to discuss also, and to take that feedback as a positive sense. But once the teacher
mhm.
or any senior says that you're not good in this, you're not going to do this, I'm saying you to do this only, then that connectivity also gets breakdown, and confidence also gets breakdown. So
Yes.
very nicely you have explained the whole thing, that how the failure can be taken as a positive thing rather than taking it as a fear. मीन्स उस चीज के लिए
Yeah.
मेरे को लगता है पहले तो पेरेंट्स को समझना पड़ेगा कि भैया अपना खुद का फेलियर जो है एक स्ट्रेंथ की तरीके से अपने बच्चे के सामने इसको रखो, नॉट एज अ
Yes.
फेलियर. मीन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल
And
डू, most of the
correct.
parents do, they take it as a regret. मीन्स इफ आई एम
Correct.
नॉट रॉन्ग, दे टेक इट एज अ रिग्रेट, हमारे टाइम पे हमने ऐसा कर दिया था बेटा, आप मत करना ऐसा.
Yes.
The kind of
And we nowadays parents, what they do everything for the child. They don't allow the child to make a mistake also. They don't allow him to do anything. किया तो ये mistake होगा, कुछ
right,
करने नहीं
right,
देता. Hey, you don't
right.
know. I will do. हाँ, so mistake, learn from mistake and let him grow. But we are not allowing them to even make a mistake because we are doing everything for them. That's also a biggest problem.
Problem. Because they themselves are in a fear ना, हमारा बच्चा अगर गलत कर देगा तो हमारा को कैसे, हम इसको आगे अपनी रेपो कैसे वो करेंगे, उसको ठीक कैसे करेंगे. They themselves in, they are in regret or a fear, or I should say they are over protective for their child, कि बच्चा हमारी गलती करे ही ना. Over protective.
Yes. Yes.
So, as we have come to the end of the talk show, I would like to ask you, what are the three takeaways from your side to everyone, means right from the child to every person, every human being, that how can they take the failure as a success now?
Okay. See, first thing is accept everybody as they are. 700 odd crore people are there in the world. Each different, accept them as they are. Of failure, because my understanding of failure is not the understanding of failure of somebody else.
Absolutely.
First is acceptance, and then each person understands things differently. So let them be the way they are. Let people make mistakes and let them learn from mistakes. If they are not learning from mistakes, it is okay. That is their life. Why are we so bothered about it? All right. And instead of putting blame on somebody or pointing mistakes on somebody, no, because they did not fit into our framework of failure, you can just ask them, are you happy doing what you did, or are you happy with the outcome which came? As I told you, And if they're not happy with the outcome, you can ask, okay, what will you do to make the outcome better? Simple.
Right.
So simple. Acceptance, failure is different. Understanding of failure is different for different people. Ask them if what they did, they're really happy, or if they would like to make the change. And if they would like to make the change, ask them what are the steps that they will take, and they will all do what they're supposed to do. So
Wow.
simple it is.
Oh, such a beautifully thing. You have given a small crux of the whole talk show. That first, the acceptance is necessary, and then to understand that each and everyone's failure or the setbacks are different. So don't take it on the personal grounds. मीन्स अगर गिरीश सर
Yes.
या प्रीति ने अगर कोई गलती करी है तो गिरीश सर उसको ये सोच रहे हैं कि हाँ मेरे साथ भी ऐसा होगा तो मेरे को भी ऐसा करना होगा. डोंट टेक इट बिकॉज everybody's intellectual level is different, everybody's understanding is different. So according to
Yes.
that, just try to fit yourself in their shoe and be empathetic and ask them, अगर आप खुश हो इस चीज से then well and good, if not then what you are going to do. Superb, sir, superb. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir, for this amazing and insightful talk show today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope people would get some value and start practicing small things that we are saying, as simple as. Thank you so much for inviting me here, and I really had a good time and I enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And to the viewers, I'll be
Thank you.
sharing this. To the viewers, I'll be sharing this video on YouTube, and I'll be sharing the link also everywhere. I'll tag sir also. If you have any query regarding this, you can contact sir directly, and he will be glad to help you all out. So thank you so much. Take care.
Oh, yes.
Happy parenting.
Thank you.